You will let me do the intro to this video.
What are you doing?
You will let me do the intro to this video.
What's this all about?
You will go make me a sandwich.
We ran out of bread like 2 days ago.
You will be quiet right now.
But we've got to do the review.
You will let me do the review solely by myself.
I don't think you can handle that.
Hey guys, what's up? It's the Tim!
And Lumpy Ice Cream.
With our review of
Revenge.
Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, we just got done
In case you couldn't tell from the title.
rewatching it. Yep.
Yep.
In case you couldn't tell. Yeah. So, safe to say the best of the prequels.
Definitely, yeah.
Definitely.
100%.
So it's a little bit fresh in our minds, because literally just got done watching it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go into a little bit about the plot, what we liked about it. We open up with the two protagonists, although one turns into an antagonist later on. Anakin and Obi-Wan flying to rescue the Chancellor.
From General Grievous in their Jedi Starfighters, which look a lot better than in the second movie.
Indeed. And if you haven't already, go and watch the original Clone Wars thing, because it leads directly into this. In fact, we probably should have done that before watching the movie.
Oh, fucking well.
Oh, well. Because I love that thing to bits.
Right.
But, yeah. Shuts up.
Every time.
Yeah. So, they land in there, stuff happens. R4 dies. Who cares?
I do.
Shut up. So, they land, go to rescue the Chancellor, and are confronted with Count Dooku, who meets his swift end after Obi-Wan is yet again knocked unconscious.
Yep.
He's bloody useless.
Fucking Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
We love him, but...
Jedi Masters are useless.
Yeah. I mean, look at later in the movie.
Yeah. So then he is twisted into killing Palpatine.
Killing Dooku by Palpatine.
Yeah, I was gonna go into that. Palpatine twists him into killing him.
I think it was just Anakin was trying to shut him up.
Probably.
Because, who the fuck can stand that guy's
Shut
voice?
the fuck up. There, done. Strange that, Dooku, doesn't have much of a reaction to the fact that he's literally being betrayed.
Yep.
It's he just gives him a look and, that's it. It's like...
He does...
If he's like that, I'd be like, yeah, he's a fucking Sith Lord, right? He's the one who's behind this all.
Yeah.
Fucking, that's what you get, you cunt, for betraying me. It's like, oh, okay then. And it's like, he doesn't, kill him straight away. It's like, he had time to talk.
Yeah.
But, that's a pretty cool opening scene.
If the Clone Wars stuff is to be taken as canon, which it is, then I'd assume that Dooku knows about the fact that the Emperor had planned to betray Maul from the start, so...
Yeah, but, then that would get me extremely suspicious.
Yeah.
And kind of
Maybe Dooku...
The noise I just made then was like a lightsaber.
I feel like Dooku was just in shock at the fact that both his hands had been cut off.
Yeah.
He was physically incapable of speech at that point, so...
Probably. But, yeah, pretty cool opening.
Yep.
Then...
Definitely one of my favourite
Now, I'm not
openings.
sure... I'm just going to talk deleted scene here. I'm not sure where it fell into it, but Shakti's death went somewhere in here. So, because the one reason it was that a lot of people don't like that deleted scene is because the tone of it is so fucking over the place.
Right.
Have you seen?
No, I haven't.
It? You know who Shakti is, right?
No, who is
She's
it?
She's Ahsoka's race.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, her.
I know her, yeah.
Yeah. Well, Grievous kills her.
Right.
Stabs her through the neck. And then everyone's like, oh, you'll pay for that, blah, blah, blah. But then,
oh, yeah, I've seen that.
30 seconds later, they're like, oh, well, maybe this. And it's like... Because it's obviously that part is supposed to be played for laughs, but it comes, after death, where one character's like, you'll pay for that.
Yeah.
So there's that. But Shakti just kind of disappears.
Yep.
But then I think there's another deleted scene where Anakin kills her. Like, she's just sitting there meditating, and then Anakin's just like, boom.
Well, I do remember that there are a couple scenes that were planned, or either were planned or were filmed and then cut out, of Anakin actually killing several Jedi.
It would have been cool to see a few more.
Yeah.
Because, like, Anakin just kills the younglings, and then that's really
friggin'... I would have liked to see more scenes of Anakin actually killing them instead of just seeing friggin' them die in those recordings.
Yeah. Because, like, put it in perspective, the only ones he had a hand in killing were the younglings.
And yeah, I mean, that makes him seem awful enough, but see, if there were actual scenes of him killing actual
Honestly,
Jedi...
it would have kind of, like, lessened the blow if it had shown Anakin killing all these Jedi and then younglings.
Well, yeah,
because it's just kind of like, he just killed the younglings and that was it. That's how the movie makes it out.
Yeah.
To seem, and then the clone troopers just do the rest. Plus, I mean, for fuck's sake, the Jedi could have easily taken the clone troopers.
Yeah.
So Anakin would have been the deciding factor in that.
Mm.
So, but yeah, where were we at? Then, like, a bunch of shit goes down on the ship. Shit with Grievous. You know, all of that. And then, ship crashes. We get a little tiny cameo from the Millennium Falcon, which you have to be eagle-eyed to spot.
I didn't even spot it out. He had to point it out.
Yeah.
To me, so.
But, like, funny thing is, when I was young, I would always used to watch movies really up close to the screen, which is hence why I have to have such strong glasses.
Yeah.
And that was one thing that I spotted when I was young. I'm like, because, like, I was, like, literally right in front of me.
Millennium Falcon.
Yeah. So, there's stuff, some politics, Padme's pregnant, blah, blah, blah. Which the movie never makes clear whether it's public knowledge or not.
Yeah. It also never actually establishes the time frame that the movie takes place in. Because
has she been pregnant for some time? But Anakin has been away for a long time.
Yeah.
And because she doesn't appear to be visibly pregnant. The only time she appears to be visibly pregnant is the shit on Mustafar and all of that. So, you know, I only presume the time frame of this movie was like a week, if that.
I always think it's about a couple months.
I don't know, because, like...
A couple months just seems natural.
Because, like, it just seems to happen really quickly.
It does happen really quickly.
It doesn't feel like there's enough time to, like, jump in with anything. Because, like, especially, like, after Windu dies, they'd have to, like, really hurry along, because it's like, oh, well, how did Windu die? There would have just been so many questions raised. So I guess, like, after that first bit, and then the part with Windu's death and all that, not a whole lot happens.
No.
It's kind of a bit of meandering about. Obi-Wan goes to Utapau, and Utapau?
Yeah,
okay.
Utapau.
Okay, that. Fuck names. One thing
names.
I've never actually picked up on until rewatching it, there is a lot of shots of them just approaching the planet, then landing on the planet.
Yeah.
Everywhere where they go, there's always an establishing shot of where they are. There's never just a cut and they're inside where they're supposed to be, just doing their shit. It's just like, boom!
How else are we supposed to know that they're on a different planet?
It's just like...
They could all be on the...
No. But even when Obi-Wan goes to talk about... to talk to Padme about...
Yeah,
Anakin.
There's an establishing shot of the building.
Yeah. It's like... Fuck. Why? Stop. It kind of feels like more show-offy than anything. It's like, look what we did with CG.
We did this with computers.
Yeah. It's weird. So, you know, some stuff goes down with Grievous. Grievous dies. Kind of upsetting. Because Grievous just doesn't do it.
He's got the coolest fucking death, though.
Yeah. But, like, that's the thing, like... he just kind of, like, doesn't feel... I mean, he's not even killed by a lightsaber.
Yeah.
It's like, blast
it does seem like a kind of
dead.
lame death.
Especially because, like, when you take into consideration how many Jedi feared him,
Yeah.
which is something that's
When
established
really
in the Clone Wars.
He could just be like shot in the chest a
which
couple
is
times.
which is something that's established in the Clone Wars. Because he gets those fucking lightsabers through the Jedi he kills.
Yeah.
Like, even though I don't like the computer-generated Clone Wars, I remember the, Grievous's Lair, or something like that. I remember that episode, and that was, like, just showed what he could really do. But yeah, like, when you think about it, he took those fucking lightsabers, because he killed a bunch of fucking Jedi to get them.
He didn't, like, say, hey, I'm gonna take your lightsaber and, like, leave you alive and shit, just so you know.
Yeah. So, like, it's kind of upsetting. I mean, the prequels have a long track history of just taking characters, not really establishing them very well.
And then killing them.
They kind of expect you to go and watch other shit to expand the characters a bit more, which I never like that. It's like, you should establish your character in a movie, like your intended medium. Don't try and do it in other places. Because then, for example, I don't want to watch Clone Wars, but I feel compelled to because I want to see more of Darth Maul. That puts me in a really bad position.
I feel like Darth Maul was just meant to be a one-off character, but then there was so much fan outcry for more Darth Maul, so they were like, shit, well, we're going to bring him back into the Clone Wars.
But then they didn't learn their lesson. Because the same shit happened with Grievous. And that's going to happen when you have a character who looks
but this was, like,
visually terrifying. And just looks so visually interesting.
But the whole Darth Maul thing happened after Grievous was introduced. They didn't not learn their lesson from Grievous.
Yeah, but, like, it's like, oh, we didn't establish this character very well. Let's do another one like that. It's like, you never get a sense of who Grievous is. What does he do? He's just a guy who has a bunch of lightsabers.
Pretty much all we get is just, like, some vague references to that Dooku trained him and stuff. And, like, I would have liked to see a little more backstory, but I mean, I know time constraints and stuff would have prevented that. So, yeah. I feel like they just go, hey, here's a cool character that you're gonna really love, and then they go, hey, if you want, like, if you're into that, then you can, like, go and watch more stuff to get yourself more acquainted with this character.
See, I think you could have took the character of Count Dooku and the character of Grievous, and they could have been Darth Maul.
Yeah.
You could have put Darth Maul in that role.
I feel like both of them...
Grievous could have been Count Dooku.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing.
Grievous like, Dooku could have actually filled that role very well.
Exactly. Like, obviously, he wouldn't die in that battle. Like, I would still keep that battle, except for the fact he flees. Or... at the end, he captures them. And then, you know, there's that whole end bit. Then it would kind of have to take away from the fact that, you know, the Palpatine has this grand scheme of things. Or maybe... I don't know. I don't know how you would do it. We're not going to get too much into it.
I think it kind of would have lessened the blow of, like, Palpatine betrays his apprentices in the end thing if Maul had survived.
Yeah.
Like, into Attack of the Clones and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he survived and stuff, but, like, if he was actually in Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, then it would have lessened the blow of being betrayed.
He didn't really betray Maul.
He let him go. You just, like, here you go, you can fucking do that.
He sent him to do that, and
then took a new apprentice straight away.
Yeah, but for all intents and purposes, he thought Maul was dead.
True.
He didn't know he was alive.
Yeah.
And... so, yeah.
Either way, Sidious betrays his apprentices in the end. Like, he betrays Dooku by having Anakin kill him. He betrays Vader by nearly having Luke kill him and stuff.
Yep.
And if Luke had actually become Sidious's apprentice, then you could bet your ass that he'd fucking betray him.
Yeah. So, then we have, the whole fight between, Kit Fisto, Stacey Tin. I still cannot remember the one with the horns.
Nope.
I know he has a name, and it starts with A or something.
Every character in Star Wars has a name.
Yeah. Well, no, except for, like, some nameless Jedi that are just there.
Every character in Star Wars has a name.
Fuck up. I mean, like, that's been shown. Like, it's like, here is this character's name.
Like they even like there's action figures of characters.
Like, for example, I don't think that one who's killed by Jango Fett with the weird horn head,
the parasol guy.
Yeah,
he would have had a name.
I just don't think I've read it anywhere.
Everyone has a name. George Lucas has thought of names for everyone.
Shut your mouth.
It's like J.K. with Harry Potter.
Shut your mouth, mate.
Sorry.
Yeah, we have that fight scene, which it's kind of upsetting to see those Jedi cut down so fucking quickly.
I hate that scene so fucking much.
Like, really, it's just Kit Fisto because I like Kit Fisto. I don't know why, I just do.
Like, it's just bullshit, because these characters survived through this massive fight in friggin' Attack of the Clones.
It makes sense, though, because it shows how powerful
it shows how powerful he is. But then again, like, one of them pretty much gets killed because he's just standing there. And then all Sidious does is just kind of go, ha! Yeah. And he's like, oh, no, I didn't actually move to defend myself.
Kind of like stab, slice, all of this stuff. Yeah. But then some people on the internet kind of take it way too far, because it's obviously a mistake. In one shot, Kit Fisto gets knocked down, but then in the next shot, he's not there. And a lot of people say, oh, he ran away. And I'm like, no, it's obviously just intended to be well, not intended to be, but it's just a mistake. It's not intended to be anything more than that.
Hey, he survived.
Yeah. But, so yeah, there's that. Anakin at first Anakin had been told to spy on him. And then he's like, no, that's kind of wrong. But then he learns he's the Sith. And he's like, oh, fuck, better go warn Mace. Warns him. But the thing is, the fucking thing is, when Anakin first, like, goes to him and says, blah, 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 he's like, what? I don't believe you, or whatever. He does something like along those lines.
I don't believe you. You're a little shit.
It's like, you set him up to do this.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what you wanted him to do. I could be remembering wrong, because I had to step out at certain points.
Yep.
Watching the movie.
He missed some of the coolest scenes.
Yeah, I was kind of upset when I had to come back, and I'm like, oh, fuck me.
Yeah.
So, yeah, shit goes down. Anakin's kind of like, I made a mistake.
And then, Anakin.
Yeah. Oh, I missed one of my favorite scenes. The whole kind of opera bit. The whole space ballet thing. Cosmic ballet.
The Neil deGrasse Tyson cosmic ballet.
I really like that scene, because you could just see Palpatine is talking about himself, and he's like relishing.
If he's not talking about himself and he's not the apprentice that killed the master, then what the fuck?
I think it is.
And if so,
I believe I have heard somewhere that it was.
If so, then can we see that in like comic form or something?
Yeah.
Marvel, get on it.
It would have been kind of cool to see some sort of like Deathly Hallows backstory thing with that.
Yeah,
like when they're telling the tale of the brothers.
Yeah,
and they do the whole thing.
For some reason,
it'd be really cool to see
some reason, my head always just does that
with things. Like,
when I was a kid, my head used to be like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna make this scene cooler by giving you little flashes of what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
it's like
weird head doing.
I think they should do that in more movies, because it's really cool.
It was a really surprising thing in Harry Potter as well.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, that came out of nowhere. I love it.
Yeah. It's really cool. So would have been cool to see something like that. But obviously this was made however many years before Harry Potter. 6 years?
Couple years, I don't know.
Was Deathly Hallows 2011?
No, Deathly Hallows was 2012. Was it? No.
Part 1, I think, was 2011.
Yeah, and Part 2 was 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, 6 years. Because that whole thing was in the first one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes. They wouldn't have had time in the second. Would have been cool to see that, but whatever. Then we get Palpatine all sizzled up.
Yep.
Did that feel unnecessary to you?
Yeah, but I feel like it could be explained.
Like, I think everyone was kind of like just assuming that the Emperor aged that way.
Yeah.
Because he's, what, like 90 fucking years old?
Yeah.
By the time
it did seem a little bit unnecessary, but at the same time, like, I feel...
It's kind of like trying to get to the ends...
Yeah.
The end of it, but it's just like I think you could have just...
It's unnecessary, but I feel like the in-universe reason for it would be that, like, people from Naboo, like, have a different resistance to electricity or something. I don't know.
I always just put it down as Force Lightning's fucking useless.
Yeah.
Like, you'd have to be exposed to that for 10 minutes for it to be effective.
Mm.
Like, and I mean, I can't speak for Clone Wars or anything. Does any other character use it?
I think Asajj Ventress has used it at least once.
Okay, because... Well, obviously, apart from Dooku. I kind of forgot Dooku used it. It's fucking useless, alright?
It's the stupidest power.
Like, I always see it potentially as, like, some sort of torture method more than a means of killing someone.
I think, Starkiller used it in both Force Unleashed games.
Well, that's getting into a whole...
That's video game and not canon, so...
Yeah. So, like... Yeah, I always just kind of see it as not really meant to kill, but more so as like a distraction or torture.
It can cause intense pain and in some cases death, but I don't think it causes death. I don't think it
So why does Vader die?
Because his suit was failing because of being electrocuted.
That's weird. It's like, you'd think you'd fucking build your suit better. Like, look what happens look what happens in the Avengers when Thor shoots Iron Man with electricity. Well, it surges the suit up. It's like, dude.
Well, I feel like the Emperor would have built that failsafe in that, like, he would have made Vader's suit like not resistant to electricity, so that if Vader ever outlived his usefulness, he could just go, basta.
It's totally not electricity, though. It's like fucking...
I really don't know.
Force power, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Force lightning confuses me, and I honestly hate the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck you, what is your purpose? Because, like, if it is just like a torture method, why does Dooku try to use it on Yoda?
To incapacitate him.
Yeah. It's like, but then, like, if it's so easy...
then he can kill him.
Yeah. So then we get basic bullshit, turn to the dark side, Mace Windu dies, all of that.
You're Darth Vader now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're cool. Darth Vader, which is, kind of cool. Although I think we'll talk about acting when we get to the cast. The acting there is kind of iffy.
Yeah.
For Ian, Mick, whatever.
Both of them. The acting's kind of iffy. I mean,
no, it's just over the top for.
Yeah.
Palpatine. It's like, especially like, no. It's like,
has anybody got a lozenge?
And then the Lord Vader.
Lord.
It's like, I'm too weak. It's like, oh god, this is... But the acting with the fucking, like, space opera bit, that was fucking awesome. Yeah. I like that, but, yeah. So, execute
I feel
order.
like he's a better Palpatine than he is Emperor.
Yeah, true that. Then the whole execute Order 66 thing. Mm-hmm. Who do we see die? Is Ki-Adi-Mundi the first one?
Yep.
Yep.
We see Aayla Secura. We see Plo Koon. Which I never used to get upset about, and then I watched Clone Wars, and he actually got some development, and then...
Clone Wars is kind of good for that.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I like Clone Wars, because it gives characters that don't have development.
They do that with Kit Fisto in the original one. I don't think they did it with anyone else. I think Shakti gets gravely injured or abducted, and that explains why she was in the deleted scene. Yeah. I think something happens with Shakti.
Clone Wars is just really good for giving character development that was really needed. Anakin definitely he needed a lot of character development to go from the guy in Clone Wars, like the guy from Attack on the Clones, to the guy in Revenge of the Sith. I feel like Ahsoka was a necessary friggin' addition to the franchise to actually get that, because then he has more motivation to hate the Jedi.
Yeah, and see,
because they drove one of his best friends away.
And see, I always get so bloody upset when they do this and the actors don't really sound anything like the on-screen versions.
I don't mind it that much because,
it just off-puts me. I don't know why.
Well, at least...
I mean, what else would Hayden Christensen have been doing so that he couldn't have done the show?
But then again, would you really have preferred Hayden Christensen be the voice of Anakin as opposed to Matt Lanter?
Yes.
I wouldn't.
Because, I don't...
I like Matt Lanter's friggin' Anakin much better than I like Hayden Christensen's. Because Matt Lanter's Anakin is just, a little more upbeat and lighthearted. He's not dark and broody. He's got his dark and broody moments and stuff.
That comes down to, the writing. That's not really to do with the acting. I think Hayden Christensen could have done that.
Meh.
But,
it's just, I like Anakin better in the Clone Wars. So... and Obi-Wan sounds like Ewan McGregor in the Clone Wars, so... why did we get on the Clone Wars already?
I don't know. Just stop. Fuck the Clone Wars. No. That's what I'm looking forward to when we move on to the original trilogy. Hopefully no more Clone Wars talk.
No, it'll still be there.
Probably.
And if not, Rebels talk.
But we haven't seen it.
I will see it soon. I feel like Rebels is definitely the original trilogy's Clone Wars.
Probably.
Yeah.
More than likely. Anyway. What would we... Yeah, the beta scene, Execute Order 66, yada yada yada. They kind of figure out shit's going on.
It's the saddest fucking scene ever.
Yeah, it is.
And then Vader leads an incursion into the Jedi Temple to defeat all the Jedi. And then we get that scene where all the younglings are hiding in the council room, and one of them comes out, Master Skywalker! There are too many of them! And the kid's acting's not the best.
No.
Child actors, I've just learned to accept that they're not that great.
Yeah.
But, even so, I still get chills every time Anakin friggin' ignites the lightsaber and the kid just kind of stumbles back oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'm fucking startled.
Even though the stumbling is kind of semi-laughable. It just kind of looks...
It's a child. Who cares?
Yeah, I know. But it kind of looks like someone gave a really bad direction to the kid and it's like, just do this. And
it was George Lucas.
Yeah. Shit happens. Although I don't think I can ever look at that scene again after Robot Chicken. For anyone who has not seen Star Wars Robot Chicken, all three of them, please go and do yourself a favour. They're not long. They're
they're 20 minutes.
20 minutes each. Is the last one longer?
No, they're a half hour each.
Half hour.
Because they're twice the length.
Why did I think the second one was the third one was longer?
Because it had an actual plot.
True.
But yeah, it's the Star Wars Robot Chicken specials are about twice the size of a regular episode, and I can just go, okay, regular episode 15, let's go 30.
Okay.
So yeah, they're around a half hour each.
Yeah.
So you could watch all three of those in the time it would take to watch a Star Wars movie.
Yeah. Less
time, yeah.
Is there a Star Wars movie if it's only an hour and a half? They're all pretty long.
Yeah.
I think Phantom Menace, I don't want to say... I think that's about 2 hours, 45 minutes.
Holy shit.
I think.
No wonder it feels so slow.
Yeah.
Please someone cut it down to an hour and a half.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be a better movie.
Although, I don't know if I told you this. I probably did. When I was in Out of This World, the owner told me a good way to watch Phantom Menace, or not a good way, but a better way.
You did.
Is to watch
after the pod race
or during.
Right.
Come in at the pod race.
Yeah.
And then you cut
I still
all the
haven't
bullshit.
tried that, but I'm gonna do that.
We probably should for... I want to say do it for the marathon,
Yeah.
but at the same time it kind of
But no,
defeats the purpose of the marathon.
No,
So,
we're
yeah.
not gonna sit through that bullshit for the marathon. We have to go from the pod race in the marathon.
Kind of defeats the purpose. Of
I
the
don't
marathon.
give a shit.
I don't think I can live with myself if I do that.
I think I
mean-
could live with myself, honestly. Definitely.
But we missed the awesome Jar Jar flip into the water. Which, let's face it, that's like the best thing Jar Jar ever did.
That's true.
At least it is if you mute it.
Even with the voice, it's still fucking funny.
Yeah.
I feel awful for laughing, but every time Jar Jar kind of bumbles around the battlefield and just ends up killing things,
Now see-
I always laugh at that because
Okay, while we're on the subject of Jar Jar, just briefly talking about it.
Yep.
There's, like, the rumours coming out recently that he was allegedly supposed to have a larger role in these
I know
movies,
this.
and eventually it was going to be revealed that he actually could talk normally, so it was an actual choice that he talked and acted like that. Would that have pissed you off to no end?
Just a little bit. I feel
'Cause
like
it's
if I feel like at the time when it would have come out, I wouldn't be upset at all because I would be a child and I wouldn't know any better. But I feel like as an adult now, I would be upset about it.
It'd piss me off.
Yeah.
It'd be like Yoda revealing he could talk normally the whole time.
Oh fucking god!
Which, Yoda is not as infuriating in this movie
No,
as he is.
I feel like
Attack of the Clones, I think, is the worst.
I feel like George Lucas learned his lesson from around the survivors. A perimeter create.
Fuck.
I mean, we do get that little bit when he's confronting the Emperor, and he's like, "Not if anything to say about it. I have."
It's.
I
bad.
mean,
Is he that bad in Empire?
No, I don't remember him being that bad.
Plus, I think it's
I
worse
remember him
because
actually-
in Empire he's batshit crazy in Empire.
I remember in Empire he actually does say a couple sentences,
and he's
not
batshit
backwards.
crazy. In this, he's not batshit crazy at all. Every line of dialogue is deep, fucking meaningful, serious bullshit.
Well, he's
just talking like that.
He's obviously batshit crazy in fucking Empire because he's been secluded on a fucking swamp planet for years.
And I think what's worse is every time he's fighting, all you can hear is.
True. I mean, every time Obi-Wan's in a fight, all you hear is Obi-Wan going, "Oh, oh."
Yeah.
Pretty much, you always hear fight reactions past lightsaber sounds. So
It's kind of just stop.
I mean, no, because not lightsabers. Yes, lightsabers. No, fight reactions can give you abs. It's true.
Anyway.
DBZ voice actors have gotten abs from doing fight reactions so often.
Okay then. So then we have
Apparently, anyway.
there are not there. Palpatine sends Anakin off to Mustafar.
Yep.
To kill. What were they? The Trade Federation.
Viceroy Gunray and stuff.
Gunray and. But he's in the Trade Federation.
All the Separatist leaders.
The
basically.
Separatist leaders. That's what I was looking for. I still don't know why he lets that one guy talk.
You thought it would be funny.
No, because he jumps, stands there for 2 or 3 seconds, and then the guy starts talking. It's like, why were you slashing down all these guys?
He's trying to
before?
intimidate him. I don't know.
Didn't worry too much.
I don't
about
know.
those
It's a
other
small
guys.
thing. Who gives a fuck?
No, but the thing is, see, small things tend to bother me more.
Yeah.
Because it's like, well, why? Why'd you do that? But
I feel like that was just more for the audience to realize that he's fucking evil now.
yeah.
Just so you know, he's gonna kill this guy when he's begging for him to show mercy.
I think the whole I like the shot when he just turns around and then it's just evil.
And his eyes are yellow.
Yeah, I like that shot.
I love when Anakin's eyes go yellow for some reason.
Yeah.
Although
then it's weird how it's not like that later.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
what?
like if do his eyes only go yellow when he's going full dark side, or
because for Palpatine they're always like that.
yeah.
at least until Jedi.
Yeah. You got plastic surgery in between.
Yeah.
Friggin' Revenge and
Jedi. Then, basically, Padme goes to Mustafar. Obi-Wan sneaks aboard. And then there's that. But first I want to talk about the Palpatine and Yoda fight.
Yep.
It is just kind of basically throwing shit at things. I didn't really put it in perspective until now that it's not that good of a fight.
No.
Like, you never get a sense of anyone's winning,
it's one of
nor trying to kill each other.
It's one of those fights where everyone was looking forward to it. Like, Yoda's the big head of the Jedi or whatever, and Sidious is the big head of the Sith and whatever, and finally we get to see them fight, and it's just kind of underwhelming. Yeah, it's certainly one of those fights where they don't look like they are trying to damage each other in the slightest. No. For example, there's any fight with Luke and Vader, they look like they are literally trying to kill each other. Yeah. And then there's the Anakin and Obi-Wan fight. Yeah. That looks like they're legitimately trying to kill each other. But then there's other ones like Darth Maul versus Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon, which just kind of looks more like a stunt show than anything. Yeah. Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, which is just two old geezers poking at each other. Which I'm gonna give them a pass for that because Yeah, they didn't know what they wanted lightsaber fights to look like for shit. Yeah. I'm sorry, that's what it was. Just think, they were still doing that while friggin' Luke, Leia, and Han were doing their shit. Yeah. We're just going, Anyway, so then it's funny. I don't know where to stand on the Dooku fights. Mm-hmm. I think they're kind of in between. Like, it looks like they're trying to do damage, but at the same time, it looks like they're trying to do damage, but it doesn't look like they're trying to do I never got the sense that Dooku was evil. Is one thing. Like, it's Christopher Lee, so like, he's supposed to be evil, but like, I just never got a sense of where he fell into it. I feel like Dooku, like, he's trying to play the part of, like, evil, dark side Sith, but he can't he can't go past the fact that, well, these are people that I, like, had real connections with when I was a Jedi and stuff. Blah blah blah. I don't know. I'm trying to rationalize all this in my head with in-universe reasons that kind of make sense. And then with this fight, it's just basically throwing pods at them. Lol. And like, it is kind of ridiculous because you got all these weird face-pulling things. It kind of... Sidious reacting to anything that fucking Yoda does is bullshit. He's like, I hate that bit where Yoda just kind of stops the thing and then starts spitting it. He starts spitting it for no reason. Sidious could have easily grabbed another one and thrown it at him. Like, I'm gonna wait and see what this little fuck's doing. What's he doing? What's he up to, the cheeky bugger? Yeah, it's just a case Looks like he's doing the hula. Even when they're, like, fighting for the brief time, it doesn't even look like anything. No. Like, it would honestly be so easy just to, like, slash Yoda, I would think. Because the amount of flips he's doing, it's like he's concentrating more on that than necessarily what he would be doing with the lightsaber. So it'd be so easy just to, like... I mean, look what happened when fucking Anakin went to jump over his fucking Obi-Wan's head. Yeah. He got his fucking legs cut off. But then again, Anakin's a larger target, and Yoda's like this very small thing that you gotta... Yeah, like, but then he's moving very fast. Yeah, but his lightsaber is to scale as well. Yeah. His lightsaber's to scale, so it would be the same. No, it wouldn't. Yeah, it would. No, it wouldn't. Well, no, because if you think Anakin, when he jumps, he could have used his lightsaber to block. Anakin is a larger target for a grown man to hit. Yeah. Sidious is a grown man trying to hit a 2 foot tall little green guy. But Yoda's lightsaber What does the lightsaber
no.
have to do with anything?
When he's flipping around, he's using that to block.
Yeah.
But that's because the lightsaber's smaller, it wouldn't provide as much cover as, say, a normal size lightsaber. It would provide
the same amount of cover that a regular lightsaber would for a regular-sized person because it's to scale.
But then it's like, when other people jump overhead, it's like, no.
I don't know. They're just inconsistent, dude.
It's
Deal
fucked.
with it.
It's fucked. But, like, you know.
But yeah, well, like...
I still love how no one uses the Force during a lightsaber fight.
Yeah, they do. I mean...
Like, I mean, if Yoda's, like, jumping around, it's
shit.
like, cunt won't stay still. Fuck this. No one uses, like, does anyone actually use Force pull in these fucking movies?
In the Darth Maul comic I was telling you about earlier, there's a scene where Dooku actually kills a Jedi by Force pulling and then stabbing them on his lightsaber.
You'd think it'd be something.
Yeah, you'd think it would be pretty easy to like kill someone when you have the Force and a lightsaber. Shit, Force pull. Oh,
that's the thing. If I
Jedi kebab. Anyone want one?
Yeah, it's like there's no fucking defending against that shit.
Yeah,
like well.
The
so
fights would be kind of boring if they ended with just Force build. Oh yeah,
fact it isn't utilized at all.
Yeah. If it were utilized, I feel like they just couldn't think of a way for it to be utilized.
Yeah.
Without actually being way too OP and people going, oh, wait a minute, why didn't they just do this? And yeah. I don't know.
So then, moving on to Mustafar, because that fight was balls.
Yeah. The Mustafar fight is the most emotionally charged fight in the entire franchise.
Is it the longest?
I would think so by combining... If you go from the beginning of the fight to the end, that's including the runtime of the Yoda versus Emperor fight, because technically the Mustafar fight's still going on while that's happening, then I think it would be the longest fight. I don't know, but either way, it's my favorite fight in the entire franchise, simply because of how emotionally
with the one
charged.
in Jedi.
The one in Jedi is good too, but like I
mean as in length.
Oh, in length, right? I don't know. I don't sit there
because it
counting
is
the
part
seconds.
of it. You would have to include all the times when Vader's just like walking around, because that is still part of it.
Yeah. I feel like...
Let us know, guys.
I feel like Anakin and Obi-Wan would be the longest continuous fight.
Yeah.
Without stopping.
Yeah.
Because they really don't fucking stop.
The Maul fight.
Oh, shit. I don't think we can count the Maul fight, because that's 2-on-1, not 1-on-1.
Still counts.
No, I wouldn't count it, because 2-on-1 instead of 1-on-1. I would say Anakin and Obi-Wan is the longest 1-on-1 friggin' continuous fight.
But then again,
I don't fucking know.
It's the only one.
True, but
it's like one of the only 1-on-1 continuous fights.
I don't care. Which is what makes it the best. It's not just the emotion behind it and the real and like the real danger you feel.
Fuck you, Pen. Yeah. I'd still say out of the prequel trilogy, it's the best fight.
Yep.
For me, I still have to give points to the Jedi fight, or the fight in Jedi, just because, you know, that always stuck with me, especially the whole part where Luke's hiding and Vader's there. And the reason why I give this points over the Darth Maul fight is because, like I said, the Darth Maul fight just feels like a stunt show. And it's just like, look at these people flipping and shit.
They're doing flips.
It doesn't feel... This,
swords.
You get the sense that these two are trying to kill each other.
Like, I always get the sense that, yes, Anakin is definitely trying to kill Obi-Wan, but I feel like Obi-Wan's holding back.
Especially because you, like, get shits like where he just fucking drop kicks him.
Yeah.
And you get all this fucking shit. And he tries to force feed him his lightsaber, for fuck's sake.
Here comes the aeroplane! Here comes the Starfighter.
Yeah, and it's
fucking ate it!
I mean, there's some parts that ruin it, like that one fucking droid just coming in, and then flying off.
Shit, I ain't got time for this.
And then when Anakin jumps on that fucking droid, it's like, and then it flies immediately towards Obi-Wan. It's like, it would have been better if it was just like, another platform instead of like a living droid.
Yeah.
But oh well. It's just like, you know, they're surrounded by... And then when they hide from lava in an exposed area...
Yeah.
It's like, oh!
Oh, shit.
Look at that lava. That's not doing anything.
Lava's gonna get us from this side. Better hide on this side. Whoops. Yeah, oh, there's lava on this side as well. Better hide on nowhere.
Their costumes hardly get even damaged. Like, Obi-Wan just has a few scorch marks.
He's got a few scorch marks. It's got some holes and stuff.
Yeah, but, like, nothing like what you would expect because they're fighting in fucking lava.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
I do see where you're coming from there.
And then, you know, the way it ends is just emotionally damaging.
Yeah.
In every sense of the word.
Yeah.
It's... I don't want to talk about it.
That is a traumatizing interaction.
Yeah, it is.
It's like... I don't want to say for me, the most emotionally traumatizing moment in Star Wars, because there's plenty of other emotionally traumatizing moments.
For me, that is still the whole Luke kind of, you know, when he's just smashing Vader with the lightsaber. Yeah. That, for me...
That kills me every time.
Yeah, because it's not forced. There's no, like, heavy dialogue. It's literally just...
He's just laying into him.
The music that's, you know...
Yeah.
Just swelling at that point. Plus, I mean, even though I don't really have a problem with it, the whole "I hate you" sounds very kind of childish.
Yeah.
But that's, I guess, just kind of Hayden Christensen.
He always sounds childish.
Yeah. Again, not as bad as he was in Attack
of the Clones. But he definitely improved between these two movies.
Yeah.
But for me, this movie always like resonates with me because like it was one of those movies, because as a kid I never used to really get excited for movies like I do now, because I never used to follow every single development of every single movie that I wanted to see. So this movie came out and I was like, oh my fucking god, I'm looking forward to seeing this. I'm gonna go see this. I'm gonna fucking go see this. So I went to see it. I played the video game. I did pretty much everything to do with this movie because it was just my favorite thing.
Yep.
Ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, you know, the whole fight on Mustafar, it ends. I mean, I know you were saying what you think would happen with it, but it does kind of just look like Anakin spontaneously combusts.
Yeah, just a little bit.
It's like he's not even in the lava. Like, just like
my thinking, like for the viewers, for the viewers, my thinking is that the burns from getting his legs cut off kind of were exposed to the heat of Mustafar and just kind of went, oh fuck, we're gonna set fire now.
Yeah,
but yeah, it does seem like he just spontaneously combusted a little bit,
because like can't be the fabric, because you'd think that would have happened earlier.
Yeah,
but oh well.
It's just small details.
Yeah. And then it is kind of weird that Obi-Wan just shows back up. It's like, how did he get there? It's like, you know, they traveled a lot of distance, and that was just kind of like moving parts.
Yeah.
Fell and shit. But, oh, and the fact that he just kind of leaves Padme unconscious there.
Yeah.
It's like, you know.
Well, I mean, what are you gonna do when, like, there's an unconscious woman there? But...
Yeah, but it's like...
There's someone lying there.
3PO! Get your ass here!
Like, there's
woman
someone...
in need!
Do you really think 3PO can bend down enough to be able to pick her up? 3PO would probably... No. He can't bend down. Do you ever see him actually bend down?
Because... Does he pick her up when he comes back? Because I always think she's just back on the ship. I can't remember.
I don't know.
I can't remember. But in any case, I love how C-3PO was just sitting on the ship the whole time.
Yeah.
It's like just doing nothing.
Oh, I better wait for them.
Listening to space iTunes.
Yep. 3PO has a very small role in this movie.
Thank fuck. Yeah. I can't stand him, to be honest.
Like everyone in the original trilogy.
Pretty much. No. He's alright.
Yeah.
You know. Poor robots.
Yeah.
No, he's nowhere near as bad as Yoda, I'm going to admit that. But then it also bothers me when people are all like, oh, Jar Jar's just there for comic relief. I'm like, well, C-3PO is that.
3PO and R2 were definitely nothing but comic relief. In the original trilogy,
exactly.
Honestly.
Fucking hypocrites. So then we get the whole, which I think is probably the stupidest part of the movie, the whole lost the will to live thing.
It is a dumb.
Yeah, I mean, Robot Chicken called it out on its bullshit.
Unless there were like complications with the birth, and they just didn't want to be like,
fine.
hey, look, she lost the will.
Lost the will to live.
Don't use this $1 billion worth of medical equipment we have in here.
Let's get on our knees and pray. We don't have knees, you motherfucker. Love me some Dr. Ball.
Fucking Dr. Ball.
Yeah, it is.
Dr. Ball is my favorite doctor.
Bullshit. Then also, I don't think you necessarily needed to show the birth.
No.
It's just kind of like, this feels a little unnecessary.
You could have had the babies.
Just have the babies. And it's like, you don't need her to literally say, Luke, Leia. It's like, we know, you fucking idiots.
There could be some people who didn't know.
Then we get the whole Vader scene where he's, getting the suit put on him.
Yeah.
We won't mention what happens afterwards, the whole infamous line that's caused much anger. I never had...
Where's my burger? It seems in your hunger you ate it. No! It was with fries! I bought it!
See, I never had a problem with it until the fucking internet had a problem with it. And now I just laugh every time I see it.
I still don't have a problem with it because
I just can't laugh.
in character.
I just laugh at it.
Yeah, it's funny.
Some people seem to have a problem with Vader being humanized.
Like, why?
Why?
Why do you have a problem with him being?
It was established he was a character before. He was a Jedi. He was not always evil.
Are you sure you want him to just be a one-dimensional walking threat machine?
Yeah.
Honestly, are you sure you want that?
He was not always that, and it's always been said. I mean, he was part of the Jedi.
Yeah. It's always been said that, Vader is Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
And that Anakin Skywalker was a Jedi. He worked with Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Although
this is all mentioned in the original trilogy.
Yeah. Although the weird thing is, I don't know, rewatching that scene, it doesn't feel like the voice is coming from Vader. It just kind of feels like it's acting and then the voice is put over it. But I never got the sense of that in the original trilogy. I don't even get the sense of it with Darth Maul.
Yeah.
But here it was a little different. It didn't sound like
it was. I feel it was different because it was Hayden Christensen in the suit. So it wasn't the original actor doing
David Prowse.
Yeah, it wasn't David Prowse doing the acting.
Yeah. Plus, I don't think you ever actually get the sense of height between the Emperor and Darth Vader in the original trilogy. Like, you might get it before he lifts him up and chucks him.
Yeah.
But that final shot, it does seem Vader is way too short.
Yeah.
Next to the Emperor. Like, the Emperor's just, above his shoulders, and that doesn't seem right to me. So, I do like how they got someone who looks like Peter Cushing for Grand Moff Tarkin.
Yeah.
Standing next to them. That was a nice little bit of fan service. We'll get into some fan service things at the end.
Yep.
Because I have a little thing we should discuss. Just a little idea off the top of my head. I
feel like this shouldn't be called the slightly less in-depth review of Revenge of the Sith. Slightly more in-depth review.
Slightly more in-depth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're like an hour into it and we haven't even gotten to the tone yet.
Yeah, I know. So, I guess that's because we hadn't watched the first two.
Yeah.
But we just finished rewatching that. And,
so we got a lot more to talk about.
So it's fresh in our minds. The only reason I didn't want to rewatch the first two is because I have to sit through that with the fucking marathon. I don't want to be doing that shit again.
Yeah.
you know.
And then with this, you bought the DVD just so you
Yeah,
could
well,
watch it.
no, I actually just bought the DVD because I was in Out of This World, and I'm like, it's here,
Well, yeah.
it's $5, I'm not going to lose some sleep. I'm always the kind of person who, when I walk into a place, I can't leave without buying something.
Yeah.
It feels just wrong to me. So, I buy something, and I was looking around, I'm like, I got $10 on me, I don't want to spend $10, but if I have to, I will. Saw Revenge of the Sith, and I'm like, fuck it, let me get that.
Yeah.
Plus, I had that particular copy as a kid, so I'm like, whatever.
Like
I'm
that literal
not
copy.
that exact copy, but I meant like I'm going to buy the Blu-ray set at some point.
Yeah.
Or I can't remember if it was confirmed or just rumored that they'll be releasing the original cuts of the movies.
Mm-hmm.
So if they come up, I'm fucking getting those.
Yeah.
Because I've actually seen them on VHS.
Yeah.
So that's something that'll
I think I have as well. Yeah, I have as well. Because those are the movies that I remember seeing as a kid.
What was it? Then we get the final scenes of Luke and Leia as babies with their respective families.
Yep.
We get, I guess one thing that a lot of people were all weird about was if 3PO's here, why doesn't he know anything in the original trilogy? That's addressed here.
Yep.
His memory is wiped.
Like, I never really picked up on that as a kid, and then I only picked up on it as like a teenager, or not an adult, and like saw it, and then see Bale, seeing Bale go like, have this guy cleaned up. I mean, he fucking speaks with beeps and whistles, so it doesn't fucking matter if he says anything. Whereas this guy,
that means, he knew.
This guy erases fucking memory.
Yeah. It means he knew everything. He
That's
knew
why-
Yoda.
That's why R2 got all excited about everything. Like, woo! 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 It's this guy! He's like he's like a prequel trilogy fan watching the original trilogy for the first time.
Fuck's sake. Anyway,
which is what he literally is.
True that. So then we get. I still think one of the best shots in any Star Wars movie is just the shot of Obi-Wan on Tatooine.
Yeah.
With the hood, because it's like, I still want a fucking movie set in between.
Yeah.
Bring Liam Neeson back.
Oh my god.
To do it.
The adventures of Obi-Wan and Ghost Qui-Gon.
It kind of would have been cool to get him in at this one.
Yeah.
To show up, like when Yoda's saying an old friend, and then he shows up as a Force ghost.
Like just behind Yoda.
Cool.
That would have been cool.
Yeah.
That would have been nice.
That would have been great.
Even if it was just taken from stock footage.
Yeah.
Just like stock footage of Qui-Gon walking forward.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't like the whole line that I will teach you to communicate. It's like,
you don't need to teach because Luke knows how to do that.
When are you gonna teach him?
He's gonna leave for Tatooine in like 5 fucking seconds, bro.
And what was I gonna say? Friend. Oh, it was something. It was something. Oh, fuck me. It was something important too.
Something.
Well, I doubt it. Yeah. So does that mean Qui-Gon's the first Force ghost?
Again, I think first Force ghost in a while. Try saying first Force ghost. Yeah, in a couple years or so.
Maybe.
Try saying first Force ghost.
Because
so like 5 times really fast. Go do it.
No, fuck you.
Do it.
Fuck you.
I'm talking to the audience as well.
Oh,
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
You do it, audience.
Do it right now.
Shut the fuck up. You get your chance when you watch the video. You don't get exclusive rights before then.
They don't know how long I've been sitting here.
No one knows how long you've been sitting there.
You don't know. You're not sitting there because out there is nothing.
Out there
That's
is
the abyss. The abyss.
The abyss.
We can't change
I thought
the name
we called it the
halfway
void.
through. No, we are unlike a Moffat script here. We are consistent.
I thought it was the empty void, not the abyss.
It was the abyss.
What?
It was the abyss.
I will take you up on. No, I won't. Never mind. I'm gonna trust your judgment here.
Yeah, you better. Anyway, but yeah, because the way Yoda's talking about it makes it sound like he is the first Force Ghost.
Yeah, it makes it. It's like
he has found a way.
He has found a way.
Yeah.
He made a Horcrux.
Yeah. But and then if you need training to talk to them, how the fuck does Yoda know how to talk to him?
If you need training to do to be able to talk to them, how the fuck does Luke talk to them? He was taught by Obi-Wan for 5 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
That's right. 5 seconds, 5 minutes. Everything in Star Wars is 5. No.
Anyway. So, we got the last shot, them looking into the sunset. And I know I bought this, we were talking about this after watching the movie. Did they get in contact with, what are their names? Lars and Baru.
Yes.
Did they get in contact?
Uncle Owen.
Owen, where did they get Lars from?
Lars is his dad.
That's it.
He's the guy that bought and married Shmi.
Yeah. That's where I got that from.
Lars!
Okay. Yeah, because I wasn't saying uncle. But yeah, I just said Lars.
If you say...
there you go.
Uncle Owen and Aunt Baru, you can easily figure out the names.
I feel so ashamed of myself.
You should.
Shut up.
Take a lap.
No.
No, take a lap.
No.
Take a lap.
There's nothing out there.
Take a lap around...
No.
Around this empty space.
No.
Do it.
No.
Do it.
I refuse.
Do it. You have to. This is your punishment. You have to get up and do some physical activity for 5 seconds.
No.
2 seconds.
No.
1 second.
No.
Half a second.
No.
Okay, fine. Whatever. Fuck you then.
There we go. That's how you haggle, people.
That's also how you escape punishment for forgetting the name.
No.
Forgetting the name of an important character in the Star Wars franchise, bitch.
Yeah. Could have said worse. I could have said something completely out of place and wasn't actually any name.
You could have said Bale.
Yeah.
That would have been weird.
Well, yep.
Yeah.
But yeah. Did they get in contact with them and say, we're going to give you a baby?
They obviously did.
Because,
otherwise it would be really fucking weird for Obi-Wan.
Out of context, Obi-Wan just rocks up, hands them a fucking baby, doesn't say a word.
Here's a fucking
mind
baby.
you, does not say a word, gives them the baby, and leaves.
Here's the baby, guys. Oh, shit, cool, we're gonna raise this thing. It also begs the question, why did they tell Luke when he was growing up that they were his uncle? They were his uncle and aunt. Why didn't they say that they were his parents? That would have made the whole LOL stuff. That would have actually made
maybe
asking. That would have
tell him the truth
or something. I don't know.
It's I'm going to tell him the truth eventually. He needs to know.
There's been too many lies. Tell him the truth or whatever. But I feel like it would have served them a lot better if they had actually told him that, we're your parents.
Hmm.
Either also, that or that's what they did originally, but then they just kind of told him when he grew older.
Why does Luke keep the last name Skywalker? Because that can't be their last name.
No, it's not. I don't know.
It's weird.
It is weird.
Because Leia takes up Leia Organa.
Yeah.
And, at least to my... she thinks she is their daughter. She has no idea. But Luke is aware.
Yeah.
So, it's fucked up. It's really weird.
It's weird.
So, did they have instructions as this is how you should raise him, but then they were just to the Organas, do whatever the fuck you want, make her believe whatever you want. So I
feel like they just went raise the children how you would you want to raise them,
and then also
they
when
just
you think
kind of
about
have free reign over raising them.
The only reason Obi-Wan met Luke in the first place in A New Hope was through pure accident.
Yeah.
How long was it gonna take until Ben just rocked up and being yo, what's up? I'm gonna train you now.
Yeah.
whatever. Plus, I mean, Obi-Wan couldn't have been a total hermit because people had heard of him.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Alright, so let's...
I know I said this to you before, but I just like to think of the idea of of an alternate universe where friggin' Obi-Wan raised Luke.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been like a really cool universe to be like, Marvel, get on it.
Yeah.
Get on it, publish a comic.
Would he have been fit to raise?
I don't know. We're gonna have to see if anyone takes up the challenge.
I wouldn't imagine Jedi would be particularly good at raising children, considering that they're fucking assholes.
You never fucking knew.
They're assholes.
This is Obi-Wan we're talking about.
He's a fabulous asshole, but an asshole nonetheless.
Exactly. Luke would have had a harder childhood, and he would have grown into a hard.
He would have been an asshole as well.
He would have been an asshole as well. Still, it's an interesting idea, and I want someone to actually take it on and try it.
I would have just loved if Vader stormed in, killed everyone in that facility, and said, "I'm taking my fucking kids.
I'm taking me sons."
Sons!
That's right. Well, Anakin never had any brothers or sisters. So he can't know he probably doesn't know the difference between girls and boys.
He has a mother!
No, he doesn't! He was conceived
But he didn't have a father.
I don't know what I'm getting at.
Neither do I.
I'm trying to think of a reason why, a reason Anakin wouldn't know the difference between boys and girls.
But, when you think about it, he wouldn't have known he had 2 kids.
Exactly, that was the whole point. And even then, he wouldn't know he would have living kids because they buried Padme as if she were still pregnant.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's not weird. It makes perfect sense.
You don't. Anyway, so
I never make sense, but this does.
Let's rate this sucker.
Okay.
The sucker's plot, anyway. I'm gonna give it a 10.
I will give it a 9.
And of course, the pen. Fuck you.
I ain't having that shit.
Welcome to Thick+ThinProductions, where we abuse pens for a living.
We don't even do it for a living. We just do it.
We do it for free. Give us a pen, and we'll abuse it for you.
Yeah.
We'll abuse you with it if you want. I mean,
if you're into
either way, if you're into that.
If you're into that.
But just remember, to abuse us with the pen, we do charge an hourly rate. When did this turn into Thick+Thin fetish show?
We charge extra if you want to.
The fetish show. The fetish is spelt with TH. Similar to BabbleOn 5, we're going to begin that. Just based off name alone. Where we'll talk about things that we shouldn't like, but we do. Like this movie. So sorry, what did you give the plot?
9.
9. Okay. So yeah, let's move on to the cast. Basically, it's the same cast as the last movie.
Yep.
With
Ewan McGregor
finally comes full circle here.
Yep.
Turns into the true Obi-Wan. You know, he was kind of there in Phantom Menace. He got that much closer, but still
just a little bit off.
Just still a little bit off. But here,
he is just full.
Just fantastic.
He's full rage mode.
Yeah, he is fantastic.
He activated beast mode.
Yeah, he actually has some pretty cool lightsaber action in this.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't really do much in the other ones.
Especially New Hope.
I mean, he just kind of... Shut up. He just kind of kills Darth Maul through, I guess, pure luck.
Yep.
And Darth Maul's stupidity. And doesn't even kill him in the end. Then...
Fucking Obi-Wan. You can't even kill
in Obi-Wan, not Obi-Wan, in Attack of the Clones... The only lightsaber fight he has is against Dooku, but that's with Anakin, and he gets taken out there.
Yep.
Similar to the beginning of this movie.
Where he gets taken out again.
Yeah, well, but here he gets to fight Grievous, he gets to fight Anakin. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, Hayden Christensen is so much better in this movie. Natalie Portman, consistently decent.
Yeah, I feel like she's better in this one than
Because she
in the
gets
other
less
two.
to do, let's face it. It's the only reason.
Yeah.
She doesn't get much to do, and
Honestly.
she's just in the background.
She's a great actress and stuff.
Yeah.
But like I feel a lot of the bad the questionable acting in these movies is down to
It's kind of like,
down to the direction.
do you think she's one of those people who, if she doesn't want to do something, she won't put the effort in?
I don't know. Maybe.
Because like the only things I've seen her in is this and 4, and I wouldn't even say she's consistently decent in those movies as well.
I feel she's pretty damn good in Thor.
Yeah, but again, I mean, she didn't want to do the second one, and you know
She was still good in that.
There are several actors, you know, who are kind of like that. It's like, I don't know why I'm doing this, but so I'm gonna half-ass it.
Yeah.
But then there are those other ones who are like good sports and generally try, like Liam Neeson in Phantom Menace. So we get, I think the actor's name is Matthew Wood, who does the voice of Grievous.
Right.
I think he's cool. His voice, is cool. His look is fucking awesome. I'm still waiting for either a Figure Arts or a Black Series figure. I know they made an Elite figure, but the Elite line is shit, so no one get those.
I know I am definitely going to buy one of those buildable Lego Grievuses.
They will not get my money.
They look cool.
If they were like $10 or the price of a Bionicle, I'd get them. The problem is they're not. They're like 30, 40 fucking bucks.
That's because Star Wars.
And they do the one thing I hate, and that is when they get some of them and they're like, well, this one is more, but like Darth Vader. Because I picked up the Darth Vader and you're like, you know what, I might get this just for some fun. 45 fucking bucks. I'm like, no. I can get a lightsaber for this much. No. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Just no for that. So, anyone else in the cast I want to talk about? Or characters?
Yeah.
We could talk about, I
don't think there's many bases to cover in this that we haven't covered in the others.
Yeah, true that. But yeah, Grievous is good. His Magna droids look good. Kind of weird how they can operate without their heads.
Yep.
But, you know, because most things, you know, when you cut their head off, that's it.
Like the battle droids.
Yeah, that's weird. Well, no, because you've seen battle droids get cut in half and their legs are still moving around.
True.
So that's weird. Thankfully, does Jar Jar get a spoken line in this?
No.
No, he doesn't get any lines.
I don't think so.
But yet, Ahmed Best is still...
Ahmed Best is still credited.
Well, I can only presume he did the motion capture, but... Oh, well.
Don't think Jar Jar had any lines. If
No.
he did, then let us know.
That's
in the
probably
comments.
why I like this one.
Yeah.
Like, I know he's there in, like, background shots and all that, but...
And, like, right in the foreground
Oh, well.
during Padme's funeral.
Yeah. So, yeah. You know what? I'm going to give this a 10.
As
The
well?
cast and
Really? You're
characters,
going to give it a 10?
I'm going to give it a 10.
I feel you're going to give everything a 10. They give this whole thing a 10.
We'll fucking see,
and then
won't
this will
we?
be the highest rated one out of all of them.
Well, that will come down to you.
Yeah, probably. I'm
That
going
one.
I'm going to give the cast also a 9.
Yeah,
There's just something stopping me from giving it a 10.
fair enough. Okay, so
I
don't
mean-
tell me how to do math
I mean,
either.
as I said, I do love this movie. This movie is beautiful. This movie is probably one of my favorite movies ever. But there's just something stopping me from giving the cast a 10.
Shuts up. Okay, so the tone of the film, brilliant.
Yeah.
Like
It's not. It doesn't go from like super funny to super dark.
Yeah.
At any point.
which is always jarring.
Yeah. Like I I don't feel it shifts in tone. I feel it has a very consistent tone throughout the movie. It feels very very brooding.
Which is not present in any of the prequels, if you ask me, because those switch from just...
Phantom Menace is like the worst perpetrator in that. In that it goes from being hilarious, cringingly hilarious to like just perfectly serious in like 3 seconds flat.
And then
Whereas
Attack of the Clones goes from being like a Star Wars film to fucking romance, and not even good romance.
It goes from Star Wars to being shitty Titanic.
Yeah. Which, Titanic isn't even that good, but whatever. This one feels really good.
This one does feel very consistent.
Yeah. And even the visual style, the battle on Mustafar is fantastic. From the opening, the special effects in it look brilliant,
absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, like again, my problem with the prequels just come down to the fact they use CG where you didn't need it.
Yep,
and it's kind of off-putting.
Like there are scenes where clone troopers Cody takes off his helmet, and it's obviously the actual actor's face. Like, that's live-action actor's face.
On the body.
It's just CG'd on the body, and it just looks weird when it's like... He turns around, and his head's just kind of like...
Yeah, it looks bad. But, oh my god, not the graphics. The CG in this movie is fantastic.
Yeah.
And it holds up 10 years later.
It does. Like, it literally feels like...
Obviously not the clone trooper, but the fucking opening...
It feels a lot of the special effects in this movie feel like they were made like a year ago, maybe even maybe even like a couple
I would say
ago.
They can contend with movies now.
They could probably contend with like the special effects in Avengers, honestly.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot, but
yeah.
Oh well. But yeah, fantastic. Like when you look at ships in like the first two, they're really shiny. Yeah. Or mostly, some of them are really shiny, which can kind of help. But this one, they're just all like that, and like we saw that in the second one.
Yeah.
But here, that it is just fucking spectacular.
Yeah. Even if the clone troopers are like done in CG, which still annoys me to this day.
Yeah.
Even if that is the case, then like the CG still looks okay. Like
I don't know.
Like the battle damage on the armor doesn't look too bad.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't look like shiny plastic like the shiny fiberglass like the original trilogy costumes did. It does look like actual armor as opposed to plastic. Yeah.
Yeah. But then,
yeah, the special effects look amazing where they count.
Yeah, they do.
And even where they don't count, they're still pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Like, you can say what you want. Like, you can say that the prequels use CG way too much and stuff, but, like, it comes down to the fact that the CG is good.
Yeah.
So...
And the stuff they were doing, for the most part, could not really have been done...
Yeah.
With practical effects.
No, not really.
They did ships and stuff practically with models back in the day.
Yeah.
But nothing to the scale that we have at the beginning of this movie.
Yeah.
The battle on Mustafar, you could not have done that practically.
You get some really dynamic angles with some
some of the
CG
shots
that you cannot get. They probably couldn't get with models. I mean, we'll see in Force Awakens. Because apparently they use some model work in that.
Yeah, apparently it's mostly practical with touch-up.
Yeah,
CG,
which is what I'm really looking forward to in this movie.
Yeah, because another example where they did that was the Evil Dead 2013 movie.
Yeah,
and with a franchise like that, which goes heavily practical.
Yeah.
They always did practical. Even with Ash vs. the Evil Dead, it's practical with some CG stuff. And, that's just an example of some people know how to do it.
Yeah.
Some people know what to do. And thankfully, they've taken it back to the original trilogies and doing practical effects.
Yep.
So, tone of the film, you guessed it, I'm giving it a 10.
I am also giving it a 10.
Okay. Alright, just gonna do the scores. Okay, so...
Just at 20. Just at 20.
Shut up.
Gosh.
Motherfucker! Okay, so hold on. I will get this, don't you worry.
It's
Probably.
literally just add 20 to that.
Add 20 to what?
That.
Oh yeah.
That's it.
Shut your face. I didn't know what you were talking about. Okay. Okay, so we have it. My final score came out to 30. Your final score came out to 28.
Yep.
That gives this movie a 58 out of a possible 60.
Mm-hmm.
The highest rating on this show.
Woo!
We are going to get torn apart in the comments.
I'm so sorry, all you hardcore Star Wars fans who get upset about anyone praising the prequels.
Get over it.
Get the fuck over it. This movie's great.
Yeah. See, that is what upsets me, is when I hear people ragging on the prequels, and they can give reasons as to why they hate the first two, but then when they get this, it's like, oh, because it was part of it.
It's associated with those two.
It's associated with it.
Like, yes, it's associated with those two, but don't lock it in with them by saying that it's also the worst.
That doesn't make Name of the Doctor bad because it came before Day of the Doctor. So that's the logic you're using, mate. So, yeah. I mean, I generally think this is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like, it's so hard to talk about this because I don't want to ruin the top 6 list for BabbleOn 5. But oh well. You guys will see then.
Yeah.
So, little bit of channel news that has happened. Recently, our channel has broken 20,000 views.
Everybody applaud.
Thank you, everyone who's looked at the channel. Even though we don't have very many subscribers, you know, 54, that's still big for us.
It's huge.
Yeah.
And could not have done it without you guys.
Yes. Thank you, everyone who's taken the time
so much
to watch any of our videos, whether you've liked, disliked, whether you thought, yeah, I don't really want to subscribe to this.
Whether you thought, I want to subscribe to this.
Yeah, and then for some who have, you know, stuck with us, for others who have, you know, let us know that, you know, our quality hasn't really been. I mean, I know a few people have said that, but you know, we're going to do everything.
Just thank you for any feedback you've given us.
Please give us all the feedback.
We will
read them all out. See, sometimes I feel kind of bad because I don't know if people are getting that message. Because so when I see a comment on a video, I kind of want to say, you know, reply, but at the same time, you know, because I replied to each and every
and believe me,
comment.
I would have as well. I mean, I reply to every comment that I get on my videos.
Yeah.
Well, almost every comment I get on my videos, which is like 3 in the last month.
Yeah, because I know I replied to each and every person who left a comment on the Magician's Apprentice reaction video. Even the ones that weren't so positive. But yeah, leave your comments. We'll read them out on the show. And we'll let you all know what's happening with that.
If you don't want us to read your comment out on the show, then just go ahead and tell us that, hey, like, could you not read my comment, please?
Yeah.
I mean, we will read it, but we won't read it on the show.
Then if that's the case, we'll reply to you.
Well, we will reply to your comment personally and stuff.
Yeah. What else? Something we discussed, and we think it could be a really good idea, is turning these reviews into commentary tracks. Because whenever we're watching a movie, we actually have some pretty good conversations.
Like, we do talk during movies.
Yeah.
Like, I know that could annoy people, but
it's alright for movies that we've seen dozens of times.
Like, we do, like, I'm a person that talks a lot while I'm actually doing something, unless, like, I'm just having a not good day.
Yeah.
Like, in a couple of my randomizer Nuzlocks, and by a couple I mean, like, 2 of them, I don't really do much talking. Like, it's only in the 3rd episode my talking's really, like, friggin' stepped up a bit. But yeah, I am the kind of person that talks during everything and makes stupid comments and makes jokes about crappy shit.
Yeah.
And just, I feel like that, I guess that would be more entertaining than actually reviewing them.
Although I do guess the problem with commentary tracks is the ones you see, they don't have the audio from the movie. It's just the people who are watching talking. So, and then another problem with that is, like, if we were to put audio in, we could run the risk of getting a copyright strike. Yeah. Like what happened with The Flash. Yeah. Even though it doesn't make much sense to copyright strike an audio, because, 1, you're not getting the full experience of watching it, and 2, you've also got 2 fucking people, or more or less, talking over that movie. Yeah. Or show. So, you know, if we, like, work it out that, like, you know...
I feel like I feel like the setup should be like we got like we got a microphone in front of us or something, and we've just got the movie playing on the computer, and we just have earphones in our ears, and talk during that.
Or even if we use that laptop.
Yeah.
Because we're not the most technically sound. We don't have all this equipment.
No, we don't have much money to actually buy all this stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm pretty sure most people will know where I stand on opening a Patreon account. I mean, I don't know where you stand on it.
I stand on the belief that if you want to start a Patreon, then go ahead, do what you want with it.
Problem with the problem I always have is, like, you're robbing people of... I mean, the whole thing behind YouTube is free entertainment. You make free entertainment.
You don't need to... Like, you don't need to do it. Like, if you want to see... It's like... If you want to see more content, then you can... If you want, then you can, like, pay small stuff. Like, it's not... Patreon's not like a thing that you like have to give like $50. You can give like $1.
Yeah, I know.
So it does not matter. Honestly,
but also it is, to me, it falls into the gap of the whole reason most people start YouTube channels is to provide free entertainment for people. But then it gets to the point where someone thinks, you know what, I can be doing this for money, which is fine. But then also turning around and saying those people who can't or don't want to pay money, you won't get this. You won't get this exclusive content. You can only watch through.
If I were to open a Patreon account, then I would just open it as a way for my fans to be able to just like give me money if they want to support me.
If I were to do that, I'm not saying it will ever happen, but should I ever get to a point where I feel that would be necessary, what I would do is I wouldn't offer exclusive content. I would find a compromise. Yep. I would, I don't know, do something. I don't know what. Yep. I don't know, say if I ever get popular, offer, I don't know, Skype calls with me or whatever, and direct communication with the fans, whatever. Yep. I don't know. Like, some people do giveaways that are only exclusive to that. But that's where I stand. Yep. I don't even know how we got on.
How did we get onto that?
No idea.
I think we got talking about how we don't have all the equipment and we don't have money to buy the equipment and stuff.
But yeah, like... And then we've also said the length of videos we make, it's ideal to use a webcam.
Yeah, so the quality may not be good, but the file size is reasonable.
Yeah. Plus webcam videos upload very quickly. Yeah. So, it's just quick and easy videos to make.
Yep.
Well, not quick, because we go on.
Because we can go on for ages. Like,
so I guess
the first it kind of became a podcast was it was like 3 hours long.
Yeah,
and that was mostly because you kept going, hey, we should do this.
Yeah.
And we should also do this.
Well, it started off as a reaction to the trailers.
And then you just
from
went
Comic-Con, and then we said, let's turn this into a podcast.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
But, I think we've... Even though our content is still very long, I think we've condensed.
We've condensed a little bit. We've gotten a little better.
Either condensed or just ran out of ideas. Which,
I feel like...
You know what I actually haven't thought about? What the fuck are we going to do once Doctor Who ends?
I don't know.
Because there goes our triple-digit views. We'll be stuck in the single digits.
Oh well. We'll just have to actually make good content.
We'll actually have to put in effort.
Shit.
Getting guest stars, contact and actually manage.
I will have to kidnap... I don't know. We'll probably kidnap some popular YouTubers, force them to work for us.
Probably.
I mean, coax them into working for us. Completely
pay them a reasonable fee. Yeah.
I don't know. I hear Matt Pat works for Diet Coke.
Yeah.
Like we could ask him and be like, "Hey, Matt Pat, we got some Diet Coke," and he'll be like, "I am in."
Yep. Yeah. So I guess we should update the viewers with what could potentially be happening with next week's finale reaction.
Next week's the finale?
No, well, not this coming week.
Like the next...
This week is the... This Sunday is part 1.
I know what you mean now.
Next.
But yeah, what could possibly be happening with the Doctor Who finale is either it will be coming out late, or we could figure out some way, like through Skype, because I will be up in Melbourne when the episode airs, so I won't be down here in order to do the reaction. So either we'll be it'll go up late and we'll do it late, or we'll do it through Skype or something. Yeah. And we'll just record the Skype screen or whatever.
Yeah, which sounds like a very difficult thing to set up.
It's actually really easy. All you have to do is just download a screen recorder and go Skype screen share.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. But I mean, I could wait. And I know Phoenix Fire, who would potentially join us for that, I know he doesn't actually see the episodes whenever he watches them. He watches them probably a day or two later.
Yep.
I know I would probably stay off all of social media just to say... And we're not talking a week late, we're talking
a day or 2 days.
Yeah. So it's not like it's going to be an incredibly long
because
wait.
I'm not gonna get back on the 7th and be like, I'm gonna come over here and do the reaction and be super tired and probably fall asleep.
Yeah. Sleep on the plane, you slacker.
it'll be obviously the day after I get back. Yeah.
Very early the next day. Not very early, but early-ish.
I wouldn't say early-ish. I mean, I have appointments on that day. So.
Afternoon.
Yeah, afternoon that day.
Yeah.
So, that probably might be happening with that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could, show me how Skype would work and all of that.
Yeah.
But then,
If not, then we could try Google Hangout screen sharing.
Yeah. Because, we'd have to set up 3 laptops to make that work. This one with the webcam, because everything runs...
No, I mean, Skype... I mean, record the Skype screen.
Oh, yes, okay.
So, you get footage from my side and footage from your side as well, through Skype.
Okay.
But then you'd have to also put on the sound recorder for this. So... You'd have audio from your side to put into there.
All right.
Basically, all you'd have to do is just give me the files, and I could just put your audio into that.
All right. So, all right, we'll sort that out.
Because
it still goes over my head.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Fucking tech shit.
Yes. So what I presume we'd be doing is you'd be watching the episode on your end.
I'd be watching the episode on
mine.
Yep.
So yeah, gonna be complicated shiznit. I love how that falls in at the finale. The last episode is when all this shit goes down.
Yeah.
Fucking hilarious, if you ask me. Well timing.
Yeah.
Well timing. That's a great fucking
Well
sentence.
timing!
So, I think we brought it up with the Civil War trailer reaction we just did.
Mm-hmm.
Not just did. What am I saying? But there is no episode of Arrow or Flash this week.
Nope.
Sadly.
Nope.
Fuck you, Thanksgiving. No, it's alright.
Fucking Americans and their...
Fucking Americans.
And their damn...
Which, if you're in the States, happy Thanksgiving, whenever it is.
Yeah,
do you know when it is?
No, I don't.
No, neither do I. I don't give a shit.
Fucking Americans.
Fuck off.
Fucking Americans and their damn holidays
No.
for no damn
We're
reason.
sorry, Americans. Don't do anything. Like the video, I mean, subscribe and all that, but please, don't do anything to
Don't
us.
hurt us.
Don't harm our families.
Don't hurt us. We are weak Australians that don't know shit about your free-ass country.
Don't harm our families. They've got nothing to do with this.
Like, literally.
I mean, you can harm my brother. I don't care.
Oh.
He doesn't do anything.
It's true.
All he does is keep me up at night.
Okay.
Fucking bastard. No, but as a compromise,
We're going to be talking about Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones.
It's good dudes.
Yes.
So yeah, we're going to watch that
We're
tonight.
going to watch that tonight. Do you reckon we can get through it all?
No, probably not.
Probably.
I
We're
think
probably
we'll
going to
end
have
up. I think
a
it'll.
snooze.
I think it'll go into tomorrow if we get too tired.
Well, it is tomorrow,
Shut up.
so
It's only about 10 minutes in tomorrow. So
it doesn't matter.
I feel like
It's still
it'll.
tomorrow.
I feel like we'll watch it tonight, and
Yeah.
then if we don't get through it, we'll watch the rest like during the day,
During the day,
and then
get the video out.
get the video out there.
Yes. So leave your comments because we'll be doing fan feedback.
Right
Number
at the beginning.
6, I think. Yeah.
Or is it number 7? Wasn't last time number 6?
No.
Okay.
I think last time was 5.
Okay. If we're wrong, then
You'll find out.
yeah.
You'll know. So
Tune in next time to find
So
out.
leave your comments on what you think of Revenge of the Sith. Did you agree with us? More likely you didn't.
Did you like it?
Yeah. Oh,
I mean,
we're
it
gonna
doesn't-
fucking die.
Liking it doesn't mean you think it's a good movie.
Yeah, no. But yeah.
I mean, I like Speed Racer, but I don't think it's a good movie.
Yeah. So yeah, guys, please leave all your comments. I doubt you'll be getting this far into it.
No.
But regardless
If you are this far into it, congratulations!
Thank
you win
you.
a nothing.
thank you for watching. We don't have anything to give.
No, we don't
I
actually.
mean, we
You
can give
can-
you more opinions.
we give you air from our lungs.
We are fucking doofuses. Anyway, guys, very quickly, thank you for everyone who's watched our Face the Raven reaction. That thing's at like 2,000 views, so that's blown up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Shut up!
Shut your mouth, eh?
You're not part of this. Get your own YouTube channel.
It'd be funny if people weren't. It'd be funny if people were not hearing me. So
That's actually quite funny. It just looks like we're crazy.
Yeah.
Like we're just talking to the abyss.
I'm just caught in the glare right now. So.
When aren't you?
True.
Alien. Anyway, guys, we'll see you in like 13 hours if we don't sleep.
Couple hours.
Yep.
Point is,
At
be a
least
while.
13 hours. At least.
yeah.
Alright, guys, we will see you then. Until then,
Take care.
see ya.
Goodbye.